Imagine stepping into your home and feeling a wave of calm wash over you. The surfaces are clear, the air feels open, and every object in sight has a purpose or brings you joy. Your mind mirrors this clarity. No racing thoughts, no nagging to-dos, just a quiet sense of presence and purpose. Now, contrast that with the reality you might be living. A home cluttered with clothes you don't wear, gadgets you rarely use, and papers you've forgotten the purpose of. Your schedule is packed with obligations that drain you, and your mind is a tangle of stress, comparison, and overwhelm. You're not alone. In our modern world, the pressure to accumulate more stuff, more achievements, more busyness has left so many of us feeling buried under physical and mental clutter, disconnected from the life we truly want. What if the path to freedom lies not in adding more, but in embracing less? Japanese minimalism offers a timeless solution, a set of intentional habits that can declutter your home and mind forever, creating space for peace, purpose, and joy. Drawing from philosophies like Wabi-Sabi, Danshari, and Kaizen, these 10 habits invite you to rethink what matters, release what doesn't, and craft a life that feels light, meaningful, and deeply yours. Let's explore how these practices can transform your world, one simple step at a time. Japanese minimalism is more than a design aesthetic or a decluttering trend. It's a philosophy of living that celebrates simplicity as a gateway to fulfillment. At its heart is the concept of the art of purposeful empty space, seen in traditional Japanese homes where sparse furnishings and open areas create a sense of calm and possibility. Wabi-Sabi complements this by embracing imperfection and transience, finding beauty in a chipped cup or a worn rug because they carry stories of time. Danshari, the practice of refusing, discarding, and separating from what no longer serves you, adds a framework for letting go with intention. Kaizen, the art of small, continuous improvements, ensures these changes are sustainable. Together, these ideas form a holistic approach to minimalism that extends beyond physical possessions to your thoughts, habits, and priorities. In a culture that glorifies excess, bigger homes, busier schedules, shinier gadgets, Japanese minimalism is a quiet rebellion. It asks, what if less is the key to more? What if clearing clutter, both physical and mental, unlocks a life of clarity, freedom, and joy? Let's anchor this in your reality. You're likely no stranger to the chaos of modern life. Your home might be a repository of things you've accumulated, impulse buys, gifts you feel obligated to keep, items you hold on to, just in case. Your digital devices are cluttered too, with overflowing inboxes, unused apps, and social feeds that spark envy or distraction. Your schedule is a patchwork of work, errands, and social commitments, leaving little time for rest or reflection. Your mind is the most crowded space of all, filled with worries about money, pressure to keep up with trends, and a vague sense that you're not living the life you were meant to. You might try to tame this chaos with new purchases, a storage bin, a productivity app, only to find they add to the clutter. The result is a life that feels heavy, fragmented, and unfulfilling, where your energy is scattered across things and tasks that don't truly matter. Japanese minimalism offers a way out, not by rejecting life's pleasures, but by curating them with intention, creating space for what lights you up, and letting go of what weighs you down. Here are 10 Japanese minimalist habits to declutter your mind and home forever, each rooted in these timeless philosophies and designed to bring simplicity, clarity, and joy to your life. The first habit is to embrace Ma by creating empty space in your home. Choose one surface, a table, a shelf, and clear it completely. Then add back just one or two items you love, like a vase or a cherished book. The empty space isn't barren, it's intentional, amplifying the beauty of what remains and calming your mind. Notice how this clarity spills into your thoughts, making decisions feel easier. The second habit is to practice Danshari's 3 steps. Refuse, discard, separate when decluttering. Start with one area, like your wardrobe. Refuse to keep items that don't fit your current style. Discard those that are worn out or unused, and separate emotionally from pieces tied to guilt or someday. Donate or recycle with gratitude, freeing your space and heart. This process isn't just about clothes, it's about releasing mental attachments to outdated versions of yourself. The third habit is to adopt Wabi-Sabi by cherishing imperfection. Instead of replacing a scratched table or a faded shirt, embrace their flaws as part of their story. This mindset reduces the urge to buy new things and quiets the mental chatter of perfectionism, fostering gratitude for what you have. The fourth habit is to prioritize quality over quantity, inspired by Motenai's respect for resources. When you need something new, a pair of shoes, a kitchen tool, invest in one well-made item instead of multiple cheap ones. This saves money, reduces clutter, and aligns your home with your values, calming your mind by eliminating the stress of constant replacements. The fifth habit is to practice Kaizen by making small, daily improvements. Spend 5 minutes tidying a drawer or deleting 10 emails. These tiny acts compound, creating a home and mind that feel effortlessly clear without overwhelming you. The sixth habit is to simplify your schedule, refusing non-essential commitments. Look at your calendar and say no to one event or task that doesn't align with your priorities. Using the time for something meaningful, a walk, a hobby, or rest. This creates mental space, reducing stress and reconnecting you with your purpose, much like Ikigai's focus on what brings joy. The seventh habit is to curate your digital life. Unsubscribe from newsletters, delete unused apps, and unfollow social media accounts that don't inspire you. A streamlined digital space, inspired by Danshari, frees your attention, quieting mental noise and boosting focus. The eighth habit is to practice mindfulness through monotasking. Focus on one task at a time, eating, working, listening, without distractions like your phone. This habit, rooted in Zen principles, declutters your mind by grounding you in the present, making each moment feel richer and more intentional. The ninth habit is to cultivate gratitude daily. Each morning, name 3 things you're thankful for: a cozy blanket, a kind word, a moment of quiet. This practice, aligned with Wabi-Sabi's appreciation for the ordinary, shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant, calming mental clutter and fostering joy. The 10th habit is to create rituals of release. Once a month, set aside time to reflect on what's weighing you down: physical items, digital clutter, or mental burdens like guilt. Let go of one thing in each category, perhaps donating a book, deleting a file, or journaling to release a worry. This ritual, inspired by Danshari, keeps your home and mind clear, making minimalism a sustainable way of life. The benefits of these habits are transformative, touching every corner of your life. Physically, a decluttered home is easier to maintain, fewer things to clean, organize, or replace, creating a sanctuary where you can relax. Financially, prioritizing quality and refusing excess saves money, easing anxiety and aligning your spending with your values. Mentally, these habits reduce stress and improve focus. Studies show that a simplified environment and fewer distractions lower cortisol levels and enhance decision-making, as your brain isn't overwhelmed by clutter. Emotionally, minimalism fosters gratitude and presence, deepening your appreciation for what you have: a single photo, a quiet evening, a heartfelt conversation. Spiritually, these habits align with Ikigai's pursuit of purpose, helping you focus on what brings meaning, whether it's creativity, connection, or rest. Environmentally, living with less supports sustainability by reducing waste and honoring the Earth's resources. These benefits weave together, creating a life that feels light, balanced, and deeply fulfilling. Contrast this with the habits many of us fall into: mindless accumulation, buying things on impulse, keeping items just in case, saying yes to every demand creates a life of chaos. Your home becomes a storage unit for stuff you don't love, your schedule a treadmill of obligations you resent, your mind a storm of anxiety and distraction. Consumerism fuels this cycle, promising happiness through more clothes, more tech, more busyness, yet delivers only fleeting satisfaction. Social media amplifies the pressure, showcasing lives that seem perfect, urging you to keep up. The result is a life of clutter that leaves you feeling trapped, disconnected, and unfulfilled. Japanese minimalism breaks this cycle by empowering you to choose what stays and what goes, to reclaim your space, your time, your peace. It's not about deprivation, but discernment, living fully with less. Let's paint a picture of these habits in your life. Imagine starting your day with gratitude, noting 3 things you're thankful for: your morning coffee, a sunny window, a friend's text. You walk into your kitchen, where a clear counter with just a kettle and a bowl of fruit invites calm. At work, you monotask, focusing on one project without checking your phone, feeling a surge of clarity and pride. You say no to a social event that doesn't excite you, spending the evening sketching or reading, reconnecting with your creative spark. Your phone's home screen is simple, with 5 apps that serve you, and your inbox is streamlined, free of spam. You tidy one drawer for 5 minutes, a Kaizen win that feels effortless. You keep a scratched mug because it reminds you of cozy mornings, embracing Wabi-Sabi. Once a month, you release a worry by journaling, letting go with gratitude. These habits, small and intentional, create a home and mind that feels spacious, focused, and alive. To adopt these habits, start with one or two and build from there. For Ma, clear one surface today, your nightstand, perhaps, and keep just a lamp and a book. Notice how the space feels. For Danshari, tackle one clutter zone, like your desk. Refuse to keep outdated papers. Discard what's useless and separate from items tied to guilt, donating them with thanks. To embrace Wabi-Sabi, choose one imperfect item, a worn scarf, a chipped plate, and reflect on why you love it, quieting the urge to replace it. For quality over quantity, next time you shop, choose one durable item, like a sturdy journal, over cheaper alternatives. Practice Kaizen by setting a daily 5-minute declutter goal. Organize a shelf. Delete 10 emails. Simplify your schedule by saying no to one low-value commitment this week, using the time for rest. Curate your digital life by unsubscribing from 5 newsletters today. Monotask during one activity, like dinner, savoring each bite. Start a gratitude journal, noting 3 things daily. Set a monthly release ritual, letting go of one physical, digital, or mental burden. These steps, rooted in Japanese wisdom, are manageable yet powerful, building a minimalist life step by step. Challenges will arise, and that's okay. You might feel attached to possessions, worried that letting go means losing memories. Start with low-stakes items, old receipts, unused apps, and build confidence. Social pressure to keep up with trends or stay busy can be strong. Remind yourself that minimalism is about your joy, not others' expectations. Financial constraints might make quality purchases feel out of reach. Focus on free or low-cost wins, repairing what you own, enjoying nature, or borrowing from libraries. Time scarcity can make these habits feel daunting. Use Kaizen's small steps. 1 minute of tidying, 1 no, to make progress without stress. If mental clutter feels overwhelming, pair decluttering with mindfulness, like a deep breath before letting go. Be patient. These habits are a journey, not a race, and every step toward simplicity is a step toward freedom. These habits weave beautifully with other Japanese philosophies. Wabi-Sabi fosters gratitude for the imperfect, easing perfectionism and mental clutter. Danshari empowers you to let go with intention, freeing your home and mind. Motainai encourages respect for what you keep, reducing waste and aligning with sustainability. Ikigai helps you prioritize what brings purpose, like time for passions or loved ones. Kaizen ensures lasting change through small, consistent actions. Together, they create a holistic approach to living, one that values simplicity, presence, and meaning over excess or distraction. Let's deepen this with more practices. Try a minimalist morning. For 1 week, start your day with a 5-minute ritual. Gratitude, monotasking a simple task, like making tea, and tidying one small area. Notice how it sets a calm tone. Another practice is a clutter journal. Write down one physical or mental clutter item daily and why you're letting it go, reinforcing Danshuri's release. To cultivate Ma, create a calm corner in your home, a bare nook with a cushion for reflection. For digital simplicity, try a screen detox day using devices only for essentials and observe how your mind feels. These exercises, flexible and personal, make minimalism a sustainable part of your life. Let's ground this in a story. Meet Aiko, a 35-year-old graphic designer drowning in clutter. Her apartment was a chaos of art supplies, old clothes, and unread books, mirroring her overwhelmed mind. Her days were packed with freelance gigs and social events, leaving her drained. One day, a friend shared a book on Japanese minimalism, introducing Aiko to Ma and Danshari. She started small, clearing her desk and keeping only her sketch pad and a plant, the empty space sparking creativity. She practiced Kaizen, tidying 5 minutes daily, and soon her home felt airy. She said no to low-priority clients, carving out time for painting. She curated her social media, unfollowing accounts that sparked envy, and embraced Wabi-Sabi by keeping a chipped mug she loved. Monthly, she journaled to release worries. Over time, Aiko's home became a sanctuary, her mind focused, her art thriving. Minimalism didn't erase her challenges, but it gave her space to live, create, and love. As you embrace these habits, envision the life you're building. A home where every object has meaning, where empty spaces invite peace. A schedule with room for rest, creativity, and connection. A mind free of clutter, alive with clarity and joy. Japanese minimalism isn't about having nothing. It's about having enough. Enough beauty, enough purpose, enough you. It's a rebellion against the chaos of excess, a reclaiming of your space, your time, your soul. You don't need more stuff, more busyness, or more validation. You need only to clear the clutter and let your true self shine. So, begin today. Right now, choose one habit, clear a surface, say no, name a gratitude, and take one step. Carry this question forward. What can I release to make room for what matters? Ask it when you tidy, plan, or think. Trust that each act of simplicity is a step toward freedom, a brick in the foundation of a lighter, more meaningful life. You're not just decluttering, you're crafting a life of peace, purpose, and joy. Welcome to the art of Japanese minimalism. Japanese minimalism. Japanese minimalism.